What's up, guys? We're back for another skin preview, and this week we got, again, some kind of, I guess some people would call them blander skins, but Rust is also kind of a rusty, dark place, so that doesn't really make a difference. And I feel like a lot of the stuff here at first, especially with the icons, doesn't really look as impressive as it really is. So I would say either watch this video or look at it yourself in the workplace before you discredit some of these, because I looked at them all kind of at first and I was like, wow, kind of a boring week. And after I started looking at things, kind of like this crossbow, I actually saw some cool stuff. So the icon does not show you that this crossbow actually has a really nice amount of detail to it. You've got this cool little dragon and the drawings on it, and I think it's actually a cool little design. It's pretty simple in a way, but it's also got enough detail to be neat. So definitely worth checking out, guys. And if you guys are a huge, I would say, heavy armor person, if you don't like the army boots that are armored, these armored boots are actually pretty cool looking as well, and would match with the set pretty neat. So if that's something you're kind of looking for, this would be pretty much the only item you can wear with the armor anyways. So there you go. It's pretty simple, but they look neat. And it kind of looks like someone took a steel-toe boot and just kind of continued it up all the way. The other thing is, you look at it and you're like, how's it supposed to lace up? And they even added little belts to the back to tighten the boot. So there's, like I said, everything kind of has a little bit of detail to it, which actually makes it somewhat unique. If you want to give off, as they're saying here in the name, a sleazy look, there's always this black leather jacket that's being added this week, and there's nothing on the back to it, so it's not kind of like a club jacket, but there's a bit of a detail to the shirt underneath, which is a little bit neat. I'd have to say this one's, sorry Stabby, as you usually make some pretty cool stuff, but I feel like this one's a little bit lackluster this time around, but it's definitely styling. Next up, there is the first aid box, and I'm not entirely sure why it's called green, because I'd say it looks more white and blood covered than it does green. But it's a cool little box. I actually really like this over the old first aid box skin, just to the degree of detail again. So, you know, there's a whole new little icon on the side here that's different. You've got the blood smears, you've got the like lockbox code that you can put in, which is really cool. So I actually picked this one up, and I'm one of those box fiends. I like to have my organization, so this is kind of nice of a skin to pick up. So definitely like this one here. Next up, we've got the Plague Doctor skin, and there's been a few of these kind of poking around, and it's kind of hard because you can only work with the area space that you have. You can't really add on to the meshes, so you kind of have to stick with what it is. And I'd have to say this is probably one of the better looking ones. The only thing I don't like is that it just kind of connects here at the eye socket, and they made it look like that's how it's supposed to work, which is cool. But it's a little bit weird that's detached from the top, I think, is what's bothering me. But it's actually a really cool skin, and definitely worth picking up if you are planning on role-playing a Plague Doctor. So, it seems every week we're seeing something new along the Urban line, and this one's going to be your Urban Locker. And it's got the MUERTOS, or, you know, the dead theme going on with it, and it's pretty cool. It's got, you know, the different little skeletons. It looks kind of like it belongs in a I don't know, I guess an urban school, so not exactly the best line there, guys. But if you like the way it looks, it's a pretty cool little design. I personally probably won't be picking this one up because I like kind of the more army theme to things. But definitely a cool skin, so worth checking out if you like that urban or spray painted kind of look. Next up, we've got the Hunter Mask version 2, and it's kind of like a half leather, half metal looking mask. And again, it's pretty simple, but it's also cool, and there's a lot of detail to it. So if this is the kind of look you're looking for, I would say it's worth picking up right now. I mean, get it while it's $1.50. If you're one of those people that like that medieval kind of theme going on, and this royal wooden box is for you, then I would say. It's pretty good looking. It's like a lot of detail. I like the alternating bluish, it's almost like a metallic blue and like a coppery color. And then you've got like the bronze coppery coloring, and it's just altogether a really nice looking box. Not really anything that fits my playstyle, so I didn't pick this one up, even though I am a box fiend. But this one is really nice and detailed, and if you're looking for a fancy box for your personal room or just to spiff up your base, definitely one I would say that you should grab right now before it gets up there in price. If you guys like that Mad Max kind of feel, I would definitely say picking up the Junker set. There's going to be, of course, this vest and then the skirt. And they did a really good job with them. You've got kind of the bullets here up on the top, you've got the barbed wire going on and everything, and it's a really good looking set. If I didn't already have a ton of roadside sets that I never use, I would probably pick this one up. But it's, like I said, very nice looking skin. They did a really good job. And of course, X-Tab usually brings nice details. So if you're looking for kind of that Mad Max look, I would definitely say pick up this set. We'll go ahead and bring up the skirt real quick while we're on it. And don't know why, there we go. And it loaded up. So there you go, pretty much the same look. And it's not incredibly detailed, but it's got enough to make it stand out. And I'd say it really just gives me that Mad Max feel. I don't know why. It just does. The colors maybe, kind of that deserty, yellow, haphazard look to it. Next up, we've got the aircraft, like spare parts rocket launcher. And this one's actually a pretty cool design. It's nicely detailed. It's got that hazard color if you like that. And if you're looking for a new rocket skin, I would grab this before it gets up into the $10 range and so forth. And it's actually pretty nice. The red and so forth just kind of complements it really nicely. Next up, if you like wearing the hide gear and role-playing as a fancy, I don't know, maybe leather worker, you can go ahead and pick up the Celtic hide shirt by Cunt Bucket. That is quite the name there. But it's designed really nicely, so it even has like fraying on the edge, so if you want to do some role-playing, this is the sexy leather vest for you. Next up, we've got the Sublime SAR, and it's actually pretty sublime. This actually, of course, looks like something that X-Tab would make, and of course X-Tab made it. Definitely looks like something that belongs in the Steampunk collection, so I don't know if it is or not, but definitely a nice looking skin. Even the clip's got detail to it there, or the magazine. You know, whatever you want to call it, because people get so angry about that. And the only thing that doesn't really make sense here is like the bands, which I feel like were supposed to be cloth, are kind of metal bands now. That's a little bit weird. But if you ignore that and look at the rest of the detail, this skin is pretty awesome. And if you're looking for a SAR skin, definitely worth picking up. This week we are seeing a lot of X-Tab skins, and that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but it also means that a lot of people out there aren't getting their skins really seen. So I would say, guys, you know, you gotta look at the level of detail that's being put here, and then I guess kind of get yourself known. Reach out however you can, and, you know, maybe we'll see some varying names up here, but as of right now, most of the content seems to be coming from the same couple creators. One thing out there, I would say, guys, Thompson skins. There's really no good Thompson skins out there, really. There's, what, 3 accepted? If even? Is it? It might only be 2, now that I'm thinking of it. I'll have to double check that later. But if you're looking for a fancy metallic-looking table, this one could be for you. I still strongly believe that tables and chairs and other decorative items like rugs should only be 50 cents to start up. $1.50 is way too steep for something that doesn't really do anything in game other than give you comfort and, you know, decorate a base. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yeah, I still think 50 cents would be much more fair to start out with, and they probably shouldn't get more expensive than $5 because, I mean, getting up to that standard $10, $20 range would be ridiculous for a table. But anyways, it's got, again, nice detail. Like I keep saying, everything this week has some nice detail to it. Of course, what would be a table without the matching chair? So as you can see here, it's got some nice little leatherworking patches, and it's got the same level of detail to it. So if you want to pick up the matching set for your house so that it doesn't look unmatching, then get this chair. We have our final gun skin for this week, and it is the Great War Service Rifle version of the Balti. And you can see, again, like I said, it looks kind of simple from far away, but it's got really nice detail to it. If you go ahead and pull it out, you can see it just kind of pulls up lots of nice detail, especially on the bolt itself. Once you zoom in there, you can see it, and it's another nice skin. So if you're looking for kind of a fancy but not like overly done or bright or crazy looking Balti, but you want something that's kind of nice and kind of makes you feel like a sir while you're firing it, this is probably a good Balti for you. Next up, we've got the medieval wooden box, and this is our final skin for this week. I don't know what happened there. I just had a brain fart and I stuttered. But this, I wouldn't say is the least. It's a nice looking box. Again, here I say I feel like I'm repeating myself beyond way too much here. But lots of nice detail. It's really beat up. It's got a cool color. It's not overly extravagant. It's got a nice little design. A little skull adds a little touch to it. And Bad Trip has done another good job on another skin. So this is definitely cool looking if you want to pick it up. I still wasn't sure on some of the boxes. I think I might actually pick this one up myself. So I'll have to make that decision after the video. I don't always buy all of them ahead of time. Sometimes looking at them here in the workshop makes that decision. But anyways, I hope this video in general helped you make your decisions on which skins you want to pick up this week. And like I said, we need some good Thompson skins out there. So if you're a skin creator and you're listening, come up with something great, please. Please, please, please. The Thompson needs some love, guys. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, and we'll see you next time.